Bitcoin blasts through 70K and reaches 74K. Is this the end of the rally or just the beginning? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now, it's about 3 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 73,600. And before we go over the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade that I gave you guys yesterday on the 1-hour chart. Give you guys this falling wedge at around 67,300 with a measured move taking us to about 72,356. Not only did we hit that, but we went up as high as 74,050. Congratulations on whoever took that trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. Now, we start off here with the weekly chart. We're seeing that the stochastics RSI are on the way up and we're trying to get above this dotted line here. The RSI is also on the way up and we're getting a big green engulfing candle. Of course, we still have 4 days and 4 hours for this candle to close, but if we can continue going up and go at least to this 100 moving average, that will take us to about $87,402. If we take a look at the other time frames, let's just look at the stochastics RSI really quickly. We can see that on the 6th day we're going up, on the 5 day we're low, we're on the way up as well. On the 4th day we were curving down, but we just curved up. The RSI is curving up. You can see the 21 moving average crossed the 200 moving average, which is bearish, but it looks like we're headed towards that 21 moving average to test that 80,755. On the 3-day chart, the stochastics are also pointing up. On the 2-day chart, this is where I have the bear flag that takes us down to about 43K, but as you can see, we finally got above the bear flag and we broke up out of it. Now, this candle does close in the next 1 day and 4 hours. Hopefully we don't wick back into this pattern. If we do, then this gets negated. We just touched the 21 moving average. It's important that we get through this 21 moving average with strength and go towards this 50 moving average at 82,728. If we get rejected here, this bear flag might play out, so we can't get too happy yet. We have to make sure that we close this candle above the 21 moving average. Now, on the daily chart, we are also seeing a green engulfing candle at the moment. It looks like we're headed for this 50 moving average at 76,433. If we could get a close like this today, this will be perfect. I want to get above this 50 moving average, so to make sure that we're just really above that 21 moving average. The stochastics are getting toppy. We could drag here for a little bit. I was telling you guys, if we make it to 74K, there's going to be resistance. As soon as we hit 74K, we drop down. Let's see if we could get through there. But right now, even if we get rejected, what we want to do is stay above 70K. On the 22-hour chart, stochastics are also getting toppy here. We were able to get above the 80 moving average. This candle closes today in 1 hour and 55 minutes. On the 8-hour chart, we broke through the 21, the 50, the 80, and the 100. The next stop is going to be to go test that 200 moving average at 80,082. Again, stochastics are toppy, but hopefully we could drag it here a little bit, kind of like how we did over here. If we head over to the 4-hour chart, we finally breached this 200 moving average. I'm telling you guys, this is a slanted, inverted head and shoulder here, and I had a measure move of this taking us to about 82K. It's possible that we finally do make it. We finally got above the 200 moving average. We closed already about 2 candles. I really want to get above that, and I want this 21 moving average to be able to cross the 200 moving average, and I want to use that as support. If we could do that, that's going to be bullish. If we end up losing the 200 moving average and the 21 moving average, then that pretty much negates all the gains, and we could possibly go down lower. But right now, things are looking kind of bullish for Bitcoin. And the 1-hour chart, stochastics are toppy. We got some bearish divergence as well. As we can see here on the RSI, we're above the dotted line, and we're far away from the 21 moving average. That's currently at 70,800. So you guys, we're going to have some type of resistance at 74K. This kind of looks to me like it could be a topping tail as well, kind of. It's kind of like a bearish hammer. So let's see what ends up happening. If we can't get above this wick, then I do think that we're going to come down towards this 21 moving average, and this is going to be the test. This is where we have to hold above this 21 moving average. If we break that, then, you know, this was pretty much a false move. Of course, we made some gains, but maybe that would be the end of the rally there. We take a look at the 15-minute chart. Stochastics are on the way down. RSI is on the way down. We're still above the 21 moving average. We definitely have to stay above the 200 moving average on the 15-minute chart here. So since we're far away from the 21 moving average here on the 1 hour, I'm going to see if maybe this ends up being some type of a falling wedge. Maybe we come down to the 21 moving average, and if we could break out from here, you know, this could give us a bigger move up. Now, there's gonna be a bigger move here, and there's also gonna be a smaller move. We'll give you guys both just in case. If this ends up being a falling wedge, it's too early to tell, but I feel like we're far away from 21 moving average. This is probably the next play. We could possibly make it to 75,617, which that will end up breaking the 74K resistance. And then if we could do that, we could go up to about 77,972, pretty much 78K. That will also be another resistance. So we'll have resistance at pretty much 75, 76, and also at 78. and then of course at 80K. So let's see if this move ends up playing out. So right now, guys, overall, I am a little bit bullish here on Bitcoin. As long as we could stay above 70K, we are having 74K as resistance. If we could blast through 74K like we did 70K, I would expect this to go and try to test 80K once again. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.